Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back. I am back from. I'm gonna set this down over here. I'm back. I made it. Well, made it's a bad term. I have gotten better, and I spent the day answering as many comments as I could. I didn't realize just how many of you there are now. So like, I don't know if this ever like occurred to any of you people, if you're new or if you're old or whatever. For you guys, this channel is, what, a 5-minute video or a 20-minute stream or, some random thing for you guys. But to me, I read every single comment, every message. I read all of it myself. I read every single tweet. I read every single Facebook message, every single Tumblr question, everything. I go through all of it. So even though to some of you guys, my channel might just be like a 5-minute thing a week or 1 or 2 comments a week, for me, you guys are a massive part of my life, something that takes up hours and hours a week for me. And so when I say, hey guys, I need to take a break, it's a big deal for me. Especially since probably the most overwhelmingly positive voices in my life happen to be a lot of people I haven't actually met yet, which is quite odd for me. Because I put myself first and because I intentionally spent the last week and a half, I don't know what it is, taking care of myself, I think that there's a lot more videos that now can happen. Whereas if I didn't take that break, I don't know what would happen. But I just wanted to say probably a lot of things. The first thing was I had my very first video hit 100,000 views, which is so weird from someone that started making videos to show pretty pictures of Japan to his family back home, and it turned into all this. So it's a very it's a feeling I can't really explain. And not only that, I just hit 3,000 subscribers, I think like 2.5 weeks ago, and just for whatever reason, I gained 700 new subscribers. I'm almost at 4,000. Even when I didn't make any videos, just people, I don't know what happened. It's a feeling I can't explain very well. And especially in a time when I guess for lack of better words, needed humanity the most, humanity came and they stepped up. And I am very, very thankful and grateful to you guys. I have a long way to go, if I'm being perfectly honest, with being okay and being back into a good place. I don't know if I might go into this one. I plan on talking to you guys a little bit. Like I'll go into the comments and talk to you guys for a bit, but I don't know if I want to talk about it or not. But I spent the day trying to catch up on your comments, but there's just been this overwhelming wave of support the last week and a half. So it's been very hard. I probably spent 3 hours and I haven't gotten through all of them. So it's a good feeling. I had a lot of people who on my private Facebook and in my life outside of YouTube who just, I haven't talked to him in years, and randomly, like Blake, I don't know if he's watching this or not, but just random people who would write me going, hey man, you don't know this, but I watch all your videos and you're, you give me, I don't know why, but like you give me hope in humanity, and you really inspire me and all this stuff. So it's very, doing this, I don't take it very lightly. So I don't take breaks lightly. If I do, it's because there's a good reason behind it. I don't want to cry on camera, so I'm going to avoid any touchy subjects, but I did miss you guys like absolute crazy. Cause I mean, you guys are such a massive part of my life, like 10, 15 hours a week. I mean, I remember when I first was going to Japan and first setting off on this adventure. And the weird thing is now I'm friends with a lot of these YouTubers, but there were a lot of these YouTubers who I used to, just like you guys, write in the comments and ask for help, tweet them. And I don't fault them for this because I'm sure they get a massive amount of, comments and tweets and stuff, but, they just never, ever really responded. And I remember feeling, very lost about stuff. So I was like, well, if I'm ever going to do this, I want to be that person that people can rely on, that if I have a question, I'll answer it. And so I made that a very core tenet for what I do here from the very start, which is if you guys are genuine and trying to just get an answer and figure stuff out, I will answer you. I even if a million other people ask that question, I will still answer you. I'll treat you with respect, and I'll be thankful that you did ask that question, because that means there's a lot of people who I can help do whatever it is that they're going to do. Their dreams to learn Japanese, go to Japan, or do whatever it is, because it's not just about Japan. It's about following your dream. I just always want to give people help that I never really got. I mean, I posted that tweet on Twitter the other day, which was like, what was it? I'm going to forget. It's a Bo Burnham quote, but it's like trying to give people the thing that he can't give himself. And so that's one of the reasons why I got in such a bad place, was I always tried to, help other people when I can't help myself and I don't ask for help. And, it gets to a point where, you get to a crossroads where it's like you either are going to stop and help yourself, or it's going to get bad. And it got really bad for a while, so I decided to take care of it. So I'm gonna leave the sad talk there, and I'm gonna real quickly pull up on my the trusty iPad I have here, because my computer has a million wires sticking out of it. I'm gonna try and hop on the chat real quick if I can find the chat. And then I'll hang out and talk with you guys, because that's that is the goal. One sec. I don't like awkward silences, especially since I'm in a room alone and talking to myself, but I know radio silence is not ideal. Hey, what do you know? On Google, my name pops up now. That's weird. I guess if you Google Chad, Zimmerman's the option for some reason. I don't remember what it used to be. Oh, when you type in, my YouTube channel is the first one too. Well, that's cool. I didn't know anything about any of that, so that's fun. Here it is. Found it. Hey, there's 22 of you guys watching. All right, let me get to your comments real quick, guys. I didn't know anything. That's gonna double back. Where's the live chat? Wow. There's a lot of you guys. What? Wow. Yeah, one sec. The anticipation is too much. I can't hold it for 30 seconds. That's from the Mod Master. Dab. I'm already on 0. Time to file a lawsuit against Chad. Hey, I started this right when my clock hit whatchamhoozle. Right when it hit 8. False advertisement. Where's my stream? Oh, come on. Konnichiwa. Shield Maiden. Konnichiwa. I guess. I'm Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach. Of course. Have you enabled Chad block? I hope not. I'm actually waiting for this. Oh, Happy Little Taku. Hi. I know your time's probably opposite of mine, so I'm happy you can make it too. Greetings from Hokkaido. Oh, sweet. You're in Japan. What do you know? Is it ghosts? There's ghosts, guys. There's real ghosts. Literally just started watching you this morning. Saw your break video, was a little sad, and then poof, you're back. Hey, Macy, I'm happy to be back. Happy to be here, and nice to see you. You're a new face. I usually remember people's names and faces really well. Like, the cool thing about the people that watch me is I really try my hardest to know everyone, and hopefully I'll be able to see you more. And I'm sorry I'm looking down. Obviously, I'm trying to iPad this. Is audio or video out of sync? It might be. So what you guys can't see, so new awesome studio. I have a Rode mic on the top of my camera that I'm not using. If I freaking better not. If you guys can't see this nice condenser microphone here, I probably just destroyed all my sound. But I have this whole thing's backwards. The live streams. The reason I'm doing a live stream right now is because just for my mental state, I don't want to be sitting in front of a computer and editing for 4 hours. I don't want to be a part of that. I still need time to adjust. And this is easy. It's turn on camera, turn on stream. It's easy peasy for me. But if it is out of sync, it's because I haven't mastered this yet. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening here that is allowing me to use a DSLR and condenser mics. And so it may be a little out of sync. And if it is, I'm sorry. I'm going to try and figure this out as soon as I can. Doing a video again. Hope everything is better. All right. Thank you, Kyle. Hey, Aaron. What do you know? Konnichiwa, Chado-san. Alpha Mike, good to see you. Hisashiburi. Yeah. Yeah, there's that thing for me. And again, I'm sorry about that, guys. This isn't going to be like this forever. It just I was setting up, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, I was setting up this whole rig before. Well, I was still not in the best place, but before it really got bad. And I just haven't tweaked it since. I haven't done anything. I stopped doing anything that would put added stress or anything like that on me, and then just took a week and a half to think and go to therapy and deal with some stuff. But I'll fix this later. I'll chastise him for it later. I'm sure he will. Video's pretty in sync for me, maybe off for like a half sec. And that might be, the video's probably fine. I bet it's because now there's an additional element. There's so the video's going out from an HDMI into a box, from the box. DSLR, converter chip, then HDMI to a box out, Thunderbolt in to streaming, and then my microphone's completely separate because I couldn't figure out how to get sound to go out. So this is a condenser mic, XML out to another box, and a box going into USB. So this is probably all a nightmare. Wow. You know what's cool? You guys actually know each other. Like, outside of me being on camera, you guys all know each other. That's really cool. Cable management, dog. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. Soon I will have the stream setup of this entry, but it's not today. And also, sorry if there's really harsh shadows. I'm filming this at night, and this room doesn't have any sort of light in and of itself. All the light you see are from my different light boxes and everything. So I'm trying to do this as best as I can. Find the chat. Oh, I did. Man, there's a lot of not to have an awkward silence, just there's a lot of people here. So I'm trying to sift through the happy birthdays and thanks and single meme jokes to get to stuff. George Zimmerman. No, not yet. You'd be surprised. So when I first started doing videos, everyone was like, hey, the guy that shot the African-American guy's back. And that's not me, clearly. But that was what was it. If you typed in Zimmerman on YouTube, that was it. And now when you type in my name, it's like me and all my videos, and then some channels that just are called Chad Zimmerman but have like one video or some other stuff, but they're farther down. So now it's like all me, which is actually pretty interesting. Yes, I can. I can read it as well, but I'm not doing it today. I took a week off from doing, sorry, my Mac was doing something. I took a week off from practicing at all. Just put everything aside to focus on getting better. And then this last week, I spent it just reviewing, because I'm trying to, the way that I picture it is I was like weightlifting, right? And you get to this point where you work so much in Japanese that you can work yourself up. So it's like, you can bench press like, 300 pounds and then you stop because you injure yourself and then you try to get back into it, you can't start back again at 300. You got to work your way back into, hitting it as hard as you used to. So I did take a week off, and then I spent a week reviewing. So I think next week, starting on Monday, I'm going to throw in new words again, but I'm still not going full force. Each week I'm going to, keep going up if I can. What I should say is, if any of you guys, because again, I don't want to do this for too long. I didn't really have a plan for this. I just, because the channel grew so much so fast. I mean, I gained like 20,000 views on a single video in the last 2 days, and 50,000 views. And, the whole channel just grew so much with not just subscribers for a number, but people that are like engaging the content and just loving it. And I got so many comments saying, I just found your channel. What bad timing, because you said you're going to stop making videos. I'm not stopping making videos. I took a bit of a mental health break just for like 2 weeks. I'm still not 100% yet, but I'm getting there, and that's the important part. So even now, I to get back to my regular YouTube schedule, it might take me another week or two, but I will do it, and I am looking forward to do it because the channel's grown way past me now. It's this really dope community that technically, if I'm not live streaming or don't have a video up, there's not a lot of people talking in the comments, besides when it first posts, obviously. So I try to foster stuff as best as I can. Sorry, one sec. I gotta keep up with this. Apparently it's cold in Maine, guys. Whatever. You guys try to send me stuff in Japanese like I can't read it. I'm not fluent at reading, but I know was it the first 1,000 kanjis or whatever? So I can read like 95% of what you write. You're not going to like throw me off my game. You might be able to. You could. I'm sure if you guys find some old. One of the things I really liked to study before all this happened was I liked old, what do they call them, kotozawa, like proverbs, because they don't really follow a lot of the grammatical rules that we have now. They do to a general extent, but it's so weird because even reading them, you usually can't tell what the meaning is oftentimes if you're not a native speaker. So if you guys send me some of those, there's a very good chance you'll stump me. You shouldn't be here, dog. You should be roaming the streets fighting off the Yakuza because they effing wide your homies. Effing with your homies. Some of my homies were in the Yakuza, so no. I didn't hang out with a savory bunch of folks back in the day, so yeah. It's nice that streaming is easier for you than other videos. This is more personal interaction is great. It's nice to have a dialogue with you when we see you as often, probably can't see you as often. I want live streaming to be like a thing that I do, and I want it to be my 3rd video every week because I want to move up to 3 videos, but and that'll happen. I'm just not worrying about it tonight. Bench press 300 vocabulary. I wasn't far off. Gosh, there's so much people here. Are you still in Japan or back in the States? I'm never entirely sure. I'm back in America now. I left Japan at the beginning of October, and I've been here for about a month now. Still, I'm not, I will be going back eventually. I just don't know when. I have the JLPT in December that I'm planning on failing, but taking just for the experience, and then I want to actually pass it in July. I don't know if I'm going to go past N2 because that's the test I'm taking. I'll study the rest of my life just because I like the language and I always want to, improve and keep learning. But I don't know if I will formally study past N2. I don't really know. I'm a little burnt out on Japanese at the moment myself. I love it, but I'm in a standstill for the moment. It's kind of got me down. You will hit that in everything that you do in life, no matter what. And something will spark your interest and you'll love it. And for whatever reason, either you do it too much, it burns you out, or you don't do it enough and you lose interest, or maybe the reason you started stops being the reason that you keep doing it, and you haven't again gained a new reason to keep doing it. Either way, I'm not going to be the one to tell you to keep doing something, but what I am going to say is, in anything that you do in this life, Aaron, you need to, this is going to sound weird from a guy who can hardly handle his own life, but what you want will always change. And also what you want will never satisfy you. Whenever you lose interest in something, the key isn't to uproot, because what happens is I see a lot of people in my generation specifically that, they begin at college, in a direction in college, and then they realize they don't like it, and then they try something else, and then they like that for a while, and then maybe they burn themselves out. And then what happens is they just quit college because they go, college isn't for me. And it's like, you went so far on a path, so close to a goal, and you stop so close to being able to use that goal to get you to other things. So like if I got halfway to learning Japanese to a way that is, I don't know, proficient or whatever, I can't put that on an application. But if I got to like an N2, even though it's not, forever and ever, I keep following it, that will help me get to some other goal that I might have. So I guess my advice to you is, it doesn't matter what you do. If you want to, stop whatever you want to stop, but you will always lose interest in everything eventually. You have to find new reasons to stay interested. My married friends can agree. It's people change all the time, every day. You have to find a new reason to love that person you're with every single day. You have to wake up and say to yourself, I'm going to love the person that is sleeping next to me today, because that person is not the same person from yesterday. And you wouldn't want that person to never, ever change, to be the same as they were when you first met, because you want to change, you want to grow, and you want them to do that as well. But it's a commitment, and you have to agree to, not to give relationship advice, but to find a new reason to love that person, to be interested in that person, to desire that person. It's the same thing with goals in life. Sorry, I'm a goal. As someone who has all these, lofty goals in life that I've both achieved and am continuing to go to, it's, kind of a big deal for me. How long has this been on air? I think 8 minutes. Let me check. Sorry guys, I don't mean to be off screen. My computer's just over here. It's not on Hey, Alex wrote me. 1 sec. Let me see what she said, guys. Funny picture. And Kohei wrote me. Hey, one of my friends from Japan. Oh shoot! Kohei wrote live miteru ze. Are you watching me live, Kohei? Probably. Kohei's a buddy of mine from Japan. He's one of the guys I hung out at the skate park with. I think he's watching me, but I don't know. If you're watching me, if you go to my video, there should be a live chat. Write me something so I know it's you. Hope I dug myself out of the rut. I'm having trouble. Any advice for when you're getting burnt out on studying? Hey, I gave you advice before you asked me for advice. But that's just the type of person I am. I'm sorry. Any advice for when you're getting burnt out on studying? Change the way you study. Everyone's like, oh, you got to stick with the book. You got to blah, blah, blah. And it's important to do that, to have structure. What happens is you got to shake it up. If you're weightlifting, right? So I started exercising like 3 weeks ago. Your body gets used to it after a while. What happens is you plateau out and you stop getting growth, and you, even though you're taking inwards, you're not seeing these kind of like bursts of growth and using it. And what happens is you get bored and you go, well, what's the point of me coming here if I'm not going to grow? So what you need to do is you need to shake it up, and whatever it takes to shake it up, freaking go read a poem, Japanese poems, in English, Japanese, or whatever. Does that do it for you? Go find a billion other different ways of studying. Go make it real to you. Go get a physical copy of a manga, a physical one. Invest your money in it so you have some sort of, you have like an emotional invested interest in keeping going. I always recommend people buy stuff to study because it makes you more invested than free stuff online. Read through it. Struggle with it. If you enjoyed it, cool. If not, go to anime, go to movies, go to obscure genres of music. Get into Japanese art. It doesn't have to be about the language. Anything that can draw you So there's a line of language and there's a spectrum of culture. So anything that can keep you close to that line and draw you in there, because, life's a bunch of up and downs. And when you're up, you'll stick to the line. When you're down, you need to cling to something like wreckage in a storm, and you will eventually fall back in love with it. But you have to find a new reason to love the language, a new reason to love, my apologies, I had a Coke, a new reason to love studying. That's going to change a lot, and you got to be okay with the reason you start is not probably going to be the reason you finish. The important thing is that you finish. I haven't studied my Japanese in about a week either. These kids I teach have been increasing my vocabulary. That's good. Real life talking is really important. Hey, let's keep the KKK chat out of here. If someone wrote in traditional Chinese, would you be able to read it? Do you mean would I be able to read the kanjis themselves? Because what I can't read is how it will sound in Chinese. I can read 1,000 Chinese characters that, I could probably get the gist of something like chicken roasted lemon on a menu. Be like, okay, so this is some sort of chicken that's cooked with lemon. Doesn't mean that, I understand a ton about it. It's sort of like when you go to Mexico and you see, a sentence strung of Spanish, and you could pick out some of the words that are like English, but you don't really have like a knowledge of the sentence. That's kind of how Chinese is for me. Hey, yeah, Kohei's in here. Hey, Kohei. Kohei is hopefully going to come to Colorado soon, and that is going to be super fun because I have to practice at a sushi joint here because that's the closest I got. It's run by a family of Japanese people, but having Kohei, I will have someone to talk with for about a week, so that'll be sweet. I haven't studied Japanese since I was a little kid, and my Japanese dad used to make me study like every weekend. You guys are all better than me. It's not comparative, dude. It's not about who's better than who. It never is. And if you start comparing yourself to other people, all you're going to do is be jealous or, be angry or whatever. Wait, shit, one sec. Let's get back up. Oh, sorry, one sec. That happens sometimes. Better? Let me check. Woo! I've never had a blackout happen. This ought to be fun. One sec. Let me fix this. This happens every once in a while. Oy. What happened? Weird. Life's weird. Okay. Bam. Let's try that. And save. Let's see if that works. Should. Boy. Undo. This is getting on. Real quick, guys, I'm going to switch to my face. Just in an ugly HD camera. Will it switch? No? Oh, I think something must have got jacked up. Well, that's unfortunate. No. What's that? Oh, hey, found it. Sorry, guys. Now I'm on my Mac. Let me switch back and see if it'll fix it. Will it fix it? Maybe. Maybe not. That's bizarre. I've never had this happen. Sorry, guys. Here, let me... Should I restart or end? Here, I'm going to switch back to my face. Even though it's hideous and awful. Sorry, guys. I never had that happen before. Weirdly enough, I have this new... this is the cable box I was telling you guys. This is that Black Magic recorder. I got it with... the YouTube earnings I got a little bit ago and spent all of it on this because I wanted to do these nice live streams. I don't know what happened though, because my my camera over here that you guys can't see should just stay on. My DSLR. which means I should just be able to come over here to my settings, pop it on, and have it turn on. But apparently that it doesn't like that. See? Oh well. I don't know what to do. So I think I'll just end it here for this week and fix this probably, I don't know, next week or so. But it was good seeing you guys. And I'm sorry we're now crouching on the floor. You know, I'm going to take a seat. Oh, so nice. Fix this. This is the floor of the new studio space. So I pretty much said everything that I needed to say. Let me grab. I'm just going to real quick. I'm not going to answer here. I'll just speed read in case anyone has any questions real quick. You wouldn't be able to. I mean, it depends. Like I said, so they're all. I mean, I've read Chinese stuff in airports and understood it marginally. You know I can read what the bathroom is and all that other stuff. It doesn't mean I'm like, I'm not fluent in. Again, I attribute it the same to Spanish, but I can read some, but it's not any good or anything. Kept losing motivation for studying, but I really want to form a habit. Again, habits will, you need to continually be okay with losing motivation and finding a new one. Otherwise, you're just going to be sad all the time. I think it's fantastic to interact so much with your friends. It must be hard to catch everyone's comments, school and studying. It's hard. Like I said, there's a lot of YouTubers on here that look at you guys, look at subscribers, and you're a revenue source. You're a number that pumps up their egos to be like, oh, look at how important I am on the internet. And I promised myself before any size that I have now. I mean, there's people in these comments, you can talk to them, and they've been around since I had like 100 subscribers, and like 14 people would watch any of my videos. And I made a priority that even those people, no matter what, I would respond. And it was important to me, and it still is. It's getting harder now because I'm spending 4 hours a day responding to comments, but it's important to me. I don't know anywhere else on YouTube. And I'm sorry if you guys aren't catching a lot of this. Let me fix my my microphone so you guys can probably hear some of this. I don't know, drag it this way. That's probably pretty close. I don't know anywhere else on YouTube that has anything. Hopefully this isn't spiking. Doesn't have anything remotely close to what I want to do here. So that makes me happy. Watch now. Call my name. Yamamoto Kohei. Yes, Kohei, I know you. And if your friends are watching, I'm assuming he's trying to show his friends that he knows me. That's my assumption. Or they're the kids at the skate park. So if you're the kids at the skate park, good to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. I burnt out a bit when I started YouTube's daily vlogs. I felt overwhelmed teaching English. Everyone thinks they can be a YouTuber. Everyone thinks they can do this. It's hard. It's hard making this many videos. It's hard caring this much about people that, invest 5 minutes a week in you when you spend hours investing in other people. It's not like this crazy, overwhelmingly rewarding thing. And especially since I don't have my ego tied up in this, it's not like, I'm getting this kind of confidence boost out of it. If you guys can tell, I took a break from YouTube because I had stuff on my own and I needed to work on. But if my ego was in this, I would just play into it more, trying to get people to compliment me. So it's, everyone thinks they can do YouTube, and I encourage everyone to do whatever it is that you want to do, but it's hard. Realize that it's just going to be hard. It's interesting how many reviewers are interested in learning Japanese. Chad, when I was a kid, I had like no interest in learning it, even though I'm half Japanese. Yeah, hey, I mean, when I was a kid, I had no interest in learning Japanese. So one sec, I'm just going to try and get through as many of these as I can. I feel like I have a reserve, like everyone has a reserve of energy. And I feel like I don't have a ton to give, because I'm still kind of recovering. So I'm just going to give as much as I can. And when I feel like I can, I'm done. No dickhead Japanese. Kohei, calm down. People are dicks in the in the comments. Yeah, Kohei's group. If you guys, I don't know if Kohei has any videos on his channel, but he kind of runs in like this skater group that puts out videos a lot. And you guys can see the area that I used to hang out with those kids in Fukuoka, and I miss it so much. So, rip dickhead Japanese. Hey, nobody needs to be mean. That was good advice. Really helps. Hey, I if I can help, that's what I'm here to do. Here, actually, now that I'm on, before I sign off or anything, while I'm near my Twitter, let me go and get that quote from Bo Burnham that I posted. This one hits me so much. Here it is. Come watch the skinny kid with a steadily declining mental state and laugh as he attempts to give you what he cannot give himself. Health. Sorry. Come and watch the skinny kid with a steadily declining mental health and laugh as he attempts to give you what he cannot give himself. I just relate to that so much. So it's one of those things that I don't know. I just really enjoyed, and I think it sums me up very well. Learned English, raised on Cantonese, want to learn Japanese to connect with family members that I've been let out of, learning American Sign Language and Korean too much. There's been a lot of studies that talk about effectiveness of learning, and especially with multiple languages, and it is not favorable for the multi-language learner. It's a lot more effective to learn a single one to some level of proficiency, and then add on a second or third or whatever. Doesn't mean you have to be fluent at any of those, but to focus on one and then to go. So for any of those who want to learn languages or anything, it's it's like, oh, I want to learn guitar and drums and bass and ukulele. Pick one, go however far you want to go on it. Pause, go to your next. I wouldn't recommend learning them congruently. You guys are all rookies. Yeah, probably. Hayaku kara do ikitayo. Good freaking come, dude. Hang out. Like, you don't need to, just fly here. You can stay here. Obviously, I have a spare room. Stay here. I'll freaking pay for everything. You come here, wherever we drive, it's on me. Wherever we eat, it's on me. Come hang out. Do you skate? If so, what's your best trick? Not really. I haven't skated in a while, but the best trick I could do is, I think, on my best day was a kickflip. Like, shove it, kickflip, that stuff. Oh, Kohei. Yeah, Kohei skates for real. He's freaking good. He's one of the best I've seen. Japanese skaters compared to American ones probably are, not to diss him, a bit lower in skill, just because Americans are, they've been doing it for freaking ever. But he's good. You guys are having all these side conversations that don't involve me. It makes me happy, but it also makes me my reading very slow. Appreciate the advice that you gave on studying. I'm in applied linguistics, and I get burned out trying to learn languages. Hey, I'm not a college language learner, but I am a devout language learner, and I take it very seriously. So I understand the feeling. Even the great Chad has been burnt out. He's lost interest. It's happened to all of us. The difference is, and the reason I'm here now still, is because I found a new reason to keep studying, a new reason to love it every day. Okay, one sec. So close. Have you thought about learning another language? If you do you feel that it'd be easier to learn? There's a lot of evidence and real, I guess, textual, you can really grip into it, studies that prove your third and fourth language is easier than your second by magnitude. So if I get, very proficient in Japanese, I do plan on learning something else. It won't be another Asian language. I don't think. It'll probably be something that interests me. I like classical music a lot, so maybe German. I don't know. Has been evaporated. Yeah, see, this is okay. So these are all the chat mod mass create content as well, right? Yeah, okay, so this is people talking about stuff, and I'm working so hard to get through all this. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to, I'm not someone that drags stuff out. I try to be very pungent with my content, but I also try to get back to everybody that legitimately has questions. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. The blackout was not intentional. Shirukaboke. Don't freaking teach them bad stuff, Kohei. Stop teaching them bad words all the time. Thank you for posting videos. They were great for gathering information. Hey, I'm happy to help. Slung. Shirukaboke is Japanese slung. Kohei, it's slang. S-L-A-N-G. Kohei's English has improved a lot. I used to kind of help talk with him. And if you guys are wondering why I'm not speaking Japanese to him, it's because I am just between us, because we're friends. I try to speak as much English as I could back then and still now, just to help him out. You're a tough guy, but take care of yourself. Your passion is inspiring. Passion comes and goes, man. It's dedication. From another girl who does the hidden spots in Tokyo, but I like the cut of your jib. I don't know what a jib is, but I appreciate the cut. I want 2 foreign friends. Hey, real quick, if you are not Japanese, there's a guy in the comments here. His name is in Japanese. It's Yamamoto Kohei. Kohei's his first name. Yamamoto is his last name. He's a very good friend of mine. One of my best friends, actually. He is working on his English, would like to talk to people, and would like to make friends. So if you guys see him in the comments real quick, shoot him a message on YouTube. Go to his YouTube channel, send a message, be like, hey, maybe I want to practice Japanese. If you guys want to practice Japanese, maybe you can, set up a little something to Skype and text and stuff and get really good with it. I would love it if all of Chad's commenters just surprised Chad by being at the same place near Chad and just in a circle and say hi. I got invited to do a panel at a convention randomly. I just got a message. So I don't know, maybe Minna Nihongo Umai. He says that Kohei says all your Japanese is very skilled, very talented, very good. Anyways, YouTube is hard. I agree. It's not like a lot of people think. Yeah, it's not just turning on a camera, even though that's kind of what this probably seems like. I'm so close to done. Yeah, his name isn't Yamamoto, by the way. That's his last name. It's Kohei. Kohei's his first name. His meme game is strong. I showed him Filthy Frank, and he's blowing that up on the Instagram, so he knows what's up. But learn a language you probably will never use. Yeah, probably. Hey, looks like he's a troll unless you're begging for ISIS to spare your life. Not really. Have you ever been to a festival in Japan? If so, what kind of buttload? I mean, you can look up YouTube videos about something called Yamakasa. That was probably the big one. Okay, one sec. I'm trying. Oh, here it is. I caught up. One sec. What are your thoughts on learning a language later in life? I learned French through immersion school in like 2nd grade, but I'm 12. You can learn it anytime in life. I'm 22 and I'm learning it just fine. You can ask Kohei. I mean, my Japanese, it's not perfect, but I could speak just fine. There's a guy at our, in several of my classes, I've had people that were over the age of 70, and they're still very good at this language. And this is their second language, which is your hardest, or maybe it was their 3rd or 4th, but they still know what they're doing. Don't let anyone say that, oh, it's impossible to learn a language, past a certain age. Totally possible. I just can't seem to get better at English. Kohei, we'll talk after this, Kohei, but find if you guys want to practice Japanese, and you don't even have to know Japanese because he wants to learn English, so just talk to him in English. If you want a Japanese friend, Kohei's the bomb. He's a ranked surfer in Kyushu. He's a phenomenal skater, and he will be one of the best friends you guys have ever had in your life. He's freaking dope. That looks like Kaleo. A job is you clothes or your look. What? I'm gonna skip that. Yeah, I mean, when I was around Kohei, it was me. I was the native English speaker because there's a couple people there that spoke. I mean, Lynn was Vietnamese and spoke English. Frick, what was his name? Moss spoke English pretty well. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was still pretty good. But I was like the native, and then I left, and I'm still heartbroken about it. Hey, Modmaster says he'll be best friends. There you go, Kohei. You just have to practice Kohei and laugh. You made a mistake. Yeah. Never beat yourself up. Don't use your last name with him. Okay, this is such a misnomer. People are like, well, if you do this, you don't do this, you'll offend people. Piss off. if just normal young folks, you can use their first names. It's not like taboo anymore. So don't feel weird about using someone's first name. If they then correct you and go, hey, use my last name, but that's never once happened to me. So just talk to them like anyone else. A lot of those rules are for old people. It's like in America, when you can't put your elbows on a table, no 22-year-old is telling you to take your elbows off the table. It's some freaking grandma. Have you ever been to a school festival? Yes, I have. Problem is being motivated to do it. LOL. I agree. Sorry, jib. Yeah, jib. Want to practice English? I'm bored as fuck. Shoot me. Oh, well, now I swore. See, I can't read I have to proofread because otherwise you guys all swear. I don't care if you swear. It's just I'm not much of a swear person. It's definitely doable. Just choose something you're interested in. Okay. Wonder if there's any specific English classes in Japan for American, British, Australian English, like separate from each other. I know there's just teachers that are that way. One of the guys that was in our group, his name's Yuki, studied abroad in Australia a couple times and just went and hung out there. And so he was teaching them Australian English. And then they come to me and say stuff like, "G'day, cunt." And you're like, because, in Australia, it's not as bad. But, that I don't know if there's schools, but there are schools to learn English. Yamamoto Kohei, you can do it. Kambare. Yeah, I agree. Kabarinjai? Man, that is some slangy slang if I've ever seen it. Well, I guess it's more colloquial than slang. What's a school festival like in Japan? That'll be my last question. Boring. Like, not at all as fun as anime makes it sound. And everyone dresses freaking nerdy and weird, and I don't like it. You know what? I have videos of it. I should post a video about it. I won't talk about it on this guy because I've about hit my limit when it comes to energy to pour out. So I'm going to probably wrap this up here. So great seeing you guys again, honestly. Cutting YouTube out wasn't just not making videos. It was cutting a big part of my support group out. It was cutting a big part of my life out for the last year and a half. It was something that I didn't want to do, and it wasn't my first response, but something I needed to do. I'm happy I did it. But I'm happy I'm getting better so I can get back and make it even better. Be better than what I would have been even before if I was okay. I want to be, Chad 2.0, I guess. And I'll fix the cameras and stuff and everything that's happening. So that's all I wanted to say. I just want to say thank you guys for being awesome. I really don't deserve it. I don't do anything. I'm sitting on my floor in a crappy background with bad lighting. There's a million other people you should be watching right now on a Saturday night. And so many of you decided to spend it with me. So thank you guys so much. I'm not going to try and drag this out and make it super sentimental, but thank you guys. I will be back. I will try and do the last of my Living in Japan series on Wednesday. If not, I'll find something to give you guys. And I really look forward to what 2017 is. The channel blew up so much just in the last 2 weeks. It really made me think about what this is, what this channel is, and what I'm doing. And so I think, I'm finally, should I reveal what I'm doing? Screw it. Okay. So I don't really talk about money because I didn't start this with money. I don't really care. But I bought just about everything I want to do with YouTube. And you don't need a lot. Like, it's not this huge investment of money. It's more about time and emotional energy. So I am now taking that money, investing it in a couple other things. I want to get merch, and I want to get a PO box so you guys can send it to me. And it's not that I want to get, it's I am getting, and I'll have it by either by December or by the end of the year is where I'm looking at right now. I'm not looking for merch to get money. It's going to be either, one for one, like what it costs to get out, or maybe a little bit more to pay for my gas to get to the post office. But it's just going to be a way for me to connect more. I'm bringing back tea time. I'm bringing back tea time mugs. that are going to be super sweet, custom designed. You know, I have all these artists now that are writing me to make me stuff. And before it was like, yeah, maybe someday I'll do it. But now I'm like, look what we have. Look at what's happening. So I was like, you know, I might as well, you know what, let's give it a shot. It'd be fun. And there's more than that, but I'm not going to get into it right now. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, tea time. Yeah, I know. It's such a weird thing. I can't believe tea time is the one so many people want. No one wanted it when I first made it, but now it's the thing. So that's it. I guess why don't I finish this in the same way that we're custom? You know, if I'm gonna be Chad 2.0, let's do this in the way that that we're used to. Here, I'll set this over here. This is on another table I have. This is as close as I'm gonna get, because actually, let's do one last try and see if I can get this thing to be normal again. Yes, no, maybe so. We will find out. Yeah, I got it fixed. Man, life's funny like that. Okay, I'm sweating now because these are really intense lights, but well, I don't normally wear this vest, do I? Here, 1 second. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it together. You can do it with me, right? 3, 2, 1. And that's it for this week, everybody. If you liked this video, be sure to like it down below. I am helped tremendously by it. This is me freestyling. I don't have to do this part. It helps me a lot. It makes other people find my stuff. It's the reason why that video hit 100,000 likes the other day. The YouTube algorithm is not out to help little guys like me. It is out to help Markiplier and PewDiePie and all these other people. It doesn't help the little guys. So what helps me is if you guys like this video, it ranks higher. If you guys share my videos with your friends that are studying or people that you think might enjoy it, that helps me tremendously. And even if you don't, drop a comment below. If there's something I didn't get to in the live chat, if it's something that you want me to know or to help, as long as you're nice, because now that I'm getting a little bit bigger, there are people who are not very nice and I don't answer them. But if you're a nice person, you have a question, no other YouTube's answering it, and you just want to answer. That's why I have this channel. That's why I am the way that I am. You know, come and laugh and watch as this kid tries to give you what he can't give himself. I want to help you reach whatever it is that you want to do in this life. I want to be there for you like I wanted someone to be there for me. So leave a comment, send me a message, tweet me. I will answer. That's what I do. That's what makes me Chad. And that's something to be proud of if I've ever heard it. If you guys check out my other videos, and this channel is something that you like, I know I'm so far out of frame, be sure to subscribe to my channel. You will get 2 videos every week once I get back to being better. I forgot I didn't bring my my microphone back, so the audio is probably all screwed up. Yeah, and it won't be this sketchy. This is last minute. Lastly, thank you guys so much. I owe all this to you, and this is something I do not take lightly. There's a million other people more deserving of people's support, especially I know so many talented YouTubers that just stop because no one cares. And I am humbled by that fact that people, for whatever reason, care about me. So thank you guys. I'm going to walk off screen now and end the stream. But yeah, thanks. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.